all of that opposition is really confirmation. The very thing that you are scared of is the very thing you should be doing. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new and it's your first time stopping by, welcome. Thank you for stopping by for a moment to see what we're all about over here. But to everyone else, I missed you guys. I missed you so much. So when it's not a video uploaded or something like that, check out my It's In Your Praise Facebook business page, because I do post daily inspiration there every day. So that way you can sort of still be connected until, a video is posted. We can still stay connected together. So it's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about in this video, and both of them are very, very important. So I think let's start with fear. Let's just start with fear before we get to the other part. And I say that because that is a big tool, if not the biggest weapon that the enemy uses to keep us in bondage, to keep us anxious, to keep us worried, to keep us feeling like we can't do something, that we're not good enough, that God won't do this for us. It's fear. That's the oldest, tried and true, and he has no reason to change it, because why? It works. Fear literally paralyzes you. It will make you do nothing, which in turn makes you do nothing. You can't get closer to what you were created to do. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust God. Okay? You don't believe in yourself, and you don't believe that you're worthy of what God has for you. So he uses fear to keep you from trying. How do I know? I'm so glad y'all asked me. Yeah, because I know from experience. Fearful, even though I know God, even though I know he has all power, even though I know he loves me unconditionally, even though I've seen him at work time and time again in my life through trials and tribulations, when people were plotting, scheming, all the things in the Bible that we read about people. Baby, keep living, because it happens now. Okay? It's so many things that he's done for me. And that goes back to me always saying, that's why I don't need armor for my back. He didn't give us armor for our back, because I don't need to watch that. I'm just supposed to be moving forward, just like you do. He watches our back. He fights for us, literally. The plots and schemes that people set for us, that the enemy has given them to devise, and they willingly agreed upon doing so, he fights for you. So you don't need to watch your back. And I believe that. I've seen it wholeheartedly over and over and over again in my life. No matter what, your gifts will make room for you. When it's a room full of people, and it could be the biggest one in the room talking against you, don't want to promote you, don't want you to get this, don't want to reward you, but he will have somebody in there with them, baby. That is anointed on your behalf, and you don't know nothing about it. Fighting for you. That's fighting for you through whomever he's placed in that room to say, no, that's not fair. You're going to do this. And before they realize it, God had his way, and it actually works out for you. So you don't need to watch your back. So try. It's a process. I didn't just get here. It is truly a process, but just keep moving forward. Don't worry about what's behind you. The past is the past, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Nothing takes him by surprise. So when the enemy continues to use fear to keep you from doing what you know you're called to do, what you feel down in your spirit, what you desire to do, know that means that all of that opposition is really confirmation. The very thing that you are scared of is the very thing you should be doing. He wouldn't want you to be afraid if it was going to benefit him. He wouldn't bring fear into any aspect or part of your life if it was going to benefit him. So that's why the word says, fear not. Over 300 some odd times, fear not. Fear not. Period. Do it. I'm 54 years young. Thank you. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a while, you guys, because I felt like my testimony can help so many people. And I thought this then. Now that is so much going on and everyone has some form of anxiety, whether we acknowledge it or not, whether we really know or not. It can be either one. And if you don't have it as much right now or at all, you've had it at some point, because we are fleshly beings having we are spiritual beings having a fleshly experience, right? So none of us are exempt. None of us are exempt, but we all are made perfect in strength. His strength is made perfect in our weakness. And so when you're fearful or opposition comes, that's when you need to settle down and say, why am I scared? Why he don't want me to do it? Because he don't want you to have what's on the other side of the fear. So that's why I showed up. I said, you know what, Hope? If you're going to keep thinking about doing it, never doing it, sitting here frozen, watching people who are afraid just like you, but they said, I'm going to do it anyway. That's what you're going to have to do. The fear doesn't have to necessarily be gone. Do it afraid. That's the best reward ever. So let's say if I never reached the goal that I wanted in my heart on this channel, if I don't get my 400 or 500 subscribers, whichever one it is now, if I don't reach my watch time hours within my first year, if I don't reach any of the goals that I desire so that I can move forward to the next level with this whole thing, I already won. To me, I've already literally won. Why? Because I did it anyway. I'm already victorious. So what do you have to stop for now? All I need to do is keep going. Don't get frustrated. Be grateful for the small beginnings. Don't get weary in well doing, for in due season, baby, it's in your praise we're going to reap if we faint not, right? We're going to grow, and we're going to grow together. There's no age limit. Age is nothing but a number. You woke up this morning? Oh, well, that's still an opportunity for you to be used and do what you're supposed to do. Your gifts will make room for you. It just takes one person, one door for him to open when you're ready to receive it. But you just have to believe. So I just wanted to talk about that for a moment, because fear is running rampant, which in turn creates so much more anxiety in our lives. Or we're fearful of paying our bills, we're fearful of losing our jobs, fearful of losing loved ones, fearful of every single thing, so much doubt and worry. And the bottom line is, for me, when I was fearful, and I'm not saying I don't get it again now sometimes, but I'm able to recognize it quicker and then say, what you scared of? Why are you scared? The questions come to myself. I'm able to pay attention to when those emotions come. God hasn't given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So if he didn't give us that spirit, then where do you think it's coming from? So just knowing the enemy, just like we learn of God, just like we learn who he is and who he says about us, you have to know your enemy too. So that when you'll know who's talking to you and who you're listening to. Because for me, I always told myself, Hope, behind your fears are lies that you actually believe. Because if you didn't believe them, you wouldn't stay afraid so long. They are lies that you believe. That's what fear is. So now we have to undo our thinking, renew our mind, so that we can move forward. And I know the noises are loud. I know life is happening. It's happening to all of us as we speak. I'm going through so much emotionally for my family, my loved ones, and I still have to show up. I can't go backward. I can't crawl into a corner like I don't have a hope. I have a hope in him. And that's what we can't become, is hopeless. I have been hopeless. And when you have no hope, you don't try. You don't think you're worthy. You don't think you're good enough. Can't nobody tell you different. All hope is truly lost. You believe where you are that's where it's going to end. Nothing good is going to come out of it. And that's all. But I'm so grateful and thankful that today, as I sit here, in spite of what's going on, in spite of how I feel, in spite of what I think, in spite of not having what I want yet, I don't feel hopeless, because I'm not. And not just because my name is Hope, which is amazing now. I didn't appreciate it when I was younger. But I'm not hopeless at all, because I believe him. He promised me. And I hold on to his word like it's for my dear life. Because I would have lost my mind a long time ago had I not just trusted him and held on to every word that comes out of his mouth and every word that is spoken out of the Bible. That's my strength in living form, right? So that's what keeps me, and that's what can keep you too, if you let it, right? So we talked about fear, how it keeps us from becoming our best self. Honest with yourself. When you lie, or you make excuses, or you try to justify it, or you just keep listening to him and you keep on doing it, you're only lying to yourself. And it pushes you further and further away from where you should be going, and that's forward. You deserve that. And it's not too late. No matter what you've done, like I said, you woke up, you have another opportunity to get it right, baby. Okay? So just remember that. Take that with you every day. Fear not. And if you are, do it anyway. Do it anyway. So the last video, I think I mentioned about self-care, which go hand in hand. While we're fighting these battles and we're trying to, figure out what the root of this is and what's going on and everything else, we have to take care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally, because they all work together for our good, right? So last weekend, I went to a functional doctor. I had never heard of one before, but thank goodness for YouTube and for Kyra. I appreciate you, Kyra, so much. I watch you all the time. She went to a functional doctor, and I said, well, let me see one in my area, because I love my primary care. I'm not saying that he's not good, and I know he genuinely cares about me, right? But since menopause and lymphedema and osteoarthritis in my knees, which all of these things they were there, I'm quite sure, but after having surgery and being thrust into menopause, they just showed off. They just were out of control. So I have inflammation. Of course, menopause affects your estrogen. It gives you more anxiety and depression, and it just does so much to you physically and mentally and emotionally, right? So try that on top of anxiety already. Oh my gosh, what is going on? And so at this age, this is a preference of mine. If I don't have to take medication, I don't want it. Okay? That's just it. I don't want it. Menopause raises your cholesterol. It does so much because the things that were for me prior to menopause and the surgery that I had, the things that controlled all of these things aren't there anymore. So it makes everything's hormones are not balanced. Things are just all out of whack. And every time I go to the doctor, my questions are why? Why? Whether it's the gyno, my regular practitioner, and no one has definite answers. They just either medicate or you just have to wait till it stops on its own. I've never been that girl. I don't have the patience for that. I'm not waiting until nothing runs its course. I'm going to do my due diligence and I'm going to advocate for myself. So I located a functional doctor in Virginia. I went, like I said, last Saturday, told them while I was there, I looked over their website, saw a little bit of what they do. They're pretty much holistic as well. And their goal is to find the root and give me answers that I've been searching for since 2019. 2019. Because I feel I can't perform at my optimum and at my fullest potential if I'm not well, if I don't feel well. It doesn't matter what someone looks like on the outside. You know how you feel more than anybody. You've been with this body longer than anybody, so you know when things are off or not right? And I know personally, anxiety takes a toll on you anyway, on your nervous system. This isn't to scare anybody. These are facts. Like, you may not know some symptoms. I know I didn't know that I was like not grinding my teeth per se, but just keeping them tight, like clenched, like all the time, whether it's and all day. If I'm not eating or talking, they're clenched, right? So that'll make your jawline hurt sometime. Shoulders are like was always tense, always up, and now when I feel, I'm like, oh, relax, put your shoulders down. So that's when I know I'm like, okay, you're anxious subconsciously, and you just don't realize it. And then your memory, your body, and everything, they retain these things, so they go right back to what they remember. Just like your muscles, you use them or you lose them. So since our last video, I've been working with a personal trainer once a week whom I love, who pushes me in spite of my limitations. We'll do alternate moves if need be, but the part of me that's still a fighter, I'm like, let's try it. Unless I got to be really in pain to say I'll just do it sitting. But I'm like, let's try it. Let's go. And I love that because she's like, let's go. Okay. So I knew that I needed encouragement. I knew that I needed someone to motivate me, help me get it together so that I can become the best me that I can be to do what I want to do. Right? And so working with her has been amazing. Outside of the days I work with her, I do the moves we went over. I love my vibrating plate. I think that is very important for me, someone who has lymphatic issues where it doesn't just go smoothly like it should be. The vibration plate helps a lot, and I can do that while I'm working. I don't have to do like the like the motor skills or something like it. Like now, my elliptical is under here, so I'm pedaling. I'm just the pedaling, right? But when I'm working and I'm concentrating, I stop pedaling. Like I just stop pedaling because now my mind is totally on what I'm doing. So having this elliptical under my desk when I'm working really wasn't doing me any good because I wasn't consistently pedaling. Like right now, I'm talking to you, but I'm not concentrating and reading and trying to problem solve. So it's easier to do it this way. But when I'm working, I can just put my feet on my vibrating plate and it's doing what it needs to do. Like it's giving me movement, it's contracting my muscles, it's doing all the things that's getting my lymphatic system going so that it can get some swelling down and inflammation. It's working on self-care and the mental aspect of it, and then that can work on the physical part of it. Now, self-care, of course, that comes in so many such a beautiful array of things. I cannot wait to show you what's coming up in the next video, you guys. I went to a hair spa for the first time. Never knew it was a thing. But your girl went. And I'm going to show you guys what it was like, my experience. I absolutely loved it. I will definitely be doing it again. And I might show some clips in this video of parts of my workouts that I do alone and some that I do with my trainer. But if this video gets too long because I'm yapping, I'll just put it all in the next one because I don't want to take up you guys' time like that. But yeah, I missed you, and it feels so good to be back, just to share, just to encourage, just to inspire. Share the video with your family and friends. Whether people tell you or not they're going through anxiety, because that mental health is something that all people aren't comfortable discussing. I'm so grateful that I'm comfortable with it wholeheartedly. It doesn't define me, right? This is what I'm going through. This is an experience. This isn't who I am, but everybody's not there. So if you would just share the videos when you see them on your platforms, I hope that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. What area do you would like to talk about, or you think you may need help with, or someone you know. It's so many symptoms with anxiety, and we can talk about that, like there's many symptoms, because I think if people knew symptoms more, then they would know, that this is a possibility that you could possibly have anxiety, and you just don't know because you're not familiar with the symptoms. So yeah, we can talk about symptoms in the next video, but you gotta see the self-care, because I'm excited. I'm finally saying, come on, Hope. Enough is enough. It's not going to just go away. You say that about everything else. Now you got to do the work, okay? And I'm enjoying the process. So I hope you'll start doing that too. Remember, like I always tell you, I love you. I am y'all's sister in Christ. Do you hear me? I'm not your doctor. I'm not your doctor, but talk to them. Let them know what you feel. They're going to go by what you say. If you go there and you don't tell the truth, be honest. No shame, no nothing. They can't really help you. And if you need therapy, let them know that, so you can get moving. Life is so short. These past couple of months and past 4 years of my life has been, I would have never thought that what has transpired I never thought I would be in this place. And that's regarding losing loved ones that are major people in my life. I never thought that this would be my new life without them in it. Never. No one could have told me this. And I go through it and I deal with it. Some days are better than others. But since I have a hope in His promise, I believe that I'm going to see them again. So this is like, see you later. It's not goodbye. Even though I have my moments where I'm angry, I cry. You go through the 5 stages of grief. You go through all of that. But I know that's not how the story ends. And that's what sustains me and keeps me, even though it hurts, So I just encourage you guys. I pray that God blesses you absolutely real good. Whatever you've been waiting for, asking for, praying for, depending on, I pray that it suddenly happens in your life and you have what you need. But until then, you keep holding on. You keep holding on. He does not change. We do, but He doesn't. So just be encouraged and know that trouble truly does not last always. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And I don't know which one we're going to do first, whether it's symptoms or workout sessions, but we can lighten it up. We can go back and forth, back and forth. I may do the workout sessions, but I love you guys. And I hope you have an amazing week, okay? And until then, everything you need is in your praise. Encourage yourself. Even if you don't believe it, speak those things that are not as though they already are. That's it. Speak them, even if you don't believe them, because they already are. Okay? All right. I'll talk with y'all later. Love you.